Last week, I got this package on my doorstep, no label, nothing. And at the time, I had no idea exactly who it was from. All it had was these stickers. And I was thinking like, where on earth has this come from? Let me rewind ever so slightly for you. I'm just looking at my call list right now. About a week ago, I got a call off a number that I didn't have. Turns out it was one of the top dogs at Vega. Now, they've got my number through somebody at Scottsdale, and they're like, Alex, you've got to try these irons. They're very, very different to what we've ever done before. And I was like, we've heard all this before. Anyway, after about 5 minutes, he persuaded me to take a delivery of a parcel. But 2 weeks went by, and I was like, oh, these aren't arriving, and nothing's gonna happen. Until this thing arrived. I mean, look at the size of it. If I lie down next to it, it is literally the length of me almost. And before anybody says, yes, I know I'm short. Now, in here is the brand new range. This is seriously heavy for Vega in 2025. And I need to see if this top dog at Vega is talking absolute truth or it's just down to plain old marketing again. He promises me this technology, and listen carefully, like I'm taking this with a pinch of salt, I need to find out that there has never been in a set of irons before. Right, if this is true, I'm gonna be gobsmacked. If it's not, I'm gonna be getting right back on the phone to him. Let's head to the course. I have got some seriously funny looks bringing this to the golf course this morning. I have come up with what I know is the best test to decide which iron out of this range is best for me. But most importantly, based on your game, what iron would be best for you? So let's start by just going with what's in this box. So we have the Miar Pro Vega SS, and this is like their modern muscleback and the most compact and least offset iron. Oh, I'm a bit scared about that one. You have the Miar Pro Blade. So this is like a really thin top edge. But there's something interesting about that when I looked at that before. And then finally, the Lyra iron. So these are the 4 irons in the range, plus this beauty right here. And I'll be honest with you, when I tested that thing on the range, holy smokes, it flew. But first, this is the conditions of the test. I have 4 golf balls in my hand and 4 7-irons. The first thing we're gonna do is test them from the fairway, all from the same yardage, to see which one works out best. And then, most importantly, I was gonna start walking with this, see how the exact same set of irons perform from the rough, because they're the real world scenarios. This thing is so heavy. Let's head to, we'll go 15 first, from the middle of the fairway. How do these perform? Based on the data, I'm gonna go around like the 170 mark. Slightly downhill, let's do it. Everyone's just gone past me here on the 14th tee. And what's in the case, mate? And yeah, I mean, it looks really weird, but I'm so glad I took that phone call. Like, so glad I took that phone call. I usually wouldn't answer that, and I'm so glad he persuaded me to try these because, I mean, look at it. So we need to get to around that like 170-ish mark is what I'm thinking. And I'm leaving myself like a downhill lie as well, which is just a bit of a minging one. And the greenkeeper has been nasty today. That flag is in a tough spot. So here are the 4 golf balls. We've got the SS Miar Pro, we'll just put Miar, and we'll add on this one, L, my Sharpie's going, for Lyra. So to be clear, we had the Vega SS, the Lyra, Miar, and Miar Pro Blade. I was drawn to this one straight away. This is the SS, and look at it. That is just like British craftsmanship, Japanese forging. I mean, it is just a work of art. Now, as I said before, this is the most compact design. This is super interesting, and it's something that runs throughout the range, which I've never seen before in a set of irons. It's like a true muscleback, right? They're definitely built for a player that wants maximum workability. You know what? It doesn't, yeah, okay, that's a lie, Alex. It does look pretty damn small behind the ball. Now, there was something very interesting when I tested these with the data, which I want to go through very shortly. But first, we've got to hit these in the real world from the fairway. You can see there, this is the SS ball, and look how small that looks down behind the ball. This is 7-iron, by the way. It's that toe to heel, which looks seriously, seriously compact. And as I said, very, very little offset. That's that little bit in here. I must be crazy. Here we go. Shot 1 on the course. I don't think I got that, but I'm not sure. Oh, I thought I fatted that. That was like a laser. Wow, that was definitely a little bit fat with the SS, but actually, to be honest, probably flew better than I thought and was definitely better through the turf than I thought. Now I'm going to go to the opposite end of the spectrum here. We're going to go now with the Lyra. Lyra, I hope I'm saying that right. Now, this is where forgiveness meets beautiful premium forging. Now, essentially, this is designed for a golfer that wants forgiveness, but still like the creative look of Vega. Now, this is the more forgiving sibling of the Miar Pro, which we're going to get into very shortly. And you'll notice here, it has a dual weighting system, which essentially means you can fine-tune swing weighting, stability, and even reduce the head weight of up to 7 grams. Like, I guess ideal for a player that wants a lighter head weight, like a senior, junior, that kind of thing would be ace. Now, this definitely looks on the bigger side, and you know what, a complete polar opposite to what we just hit with the SS, but it doesn't look clunky, definitely more offset. Okay, here we go. Shot number 2, 170 range. But 1 for 1. Ooh, I nearly did the cardinal sin. Here's the Lyra. Now, anybody? I hope that sound's coming across. Gotta go, gotta go, gotta go, gotta go. Oh, that was a good hit. I just pushed it a little bit. So we have missed the green with that. And this hole definitely catches you out. That wind just gusted up a little bit. Nice hit, similar height. Again, exactly what I would sort of expect. Turf interaction was very good. The head does look, if I hold them both up here, and I just hold them this way, look at the difference heel to toe size, and then the sort of top to bottom edge. There is a distinct difference to that. Okay, Miar Pro and Miar Pro Blade coming up for you. I'm a little bit disappointed on that second shot. I thought I hit it better. Definitely got caught out on that wind. Tough testing conditions. Both though, I will say this, nice through turf interaction. Wait till you see the data. I need to show you that. And that weighting system, I'll be honest with you, I don't often say this. I have not seen that in a set of irons before. This is genuinely actually new technology. New technology, which has got to be good. It's not just jargon marketing crap. And here we go. Miar Pro, and this is the Blade, and the more slightly forgiving option. Beautiful. We're going to start with the cavity back, then we'll go into the Blade. This is like a slightly smaller version of the Lyra. Oh, hit that beautifully. Have I just pushed it again on that wind? Oh, I have as well. Bit of a push. Can't complain on the strike. More operator error. Beautiful noise. Maybe I'm aiming there. Now the Blade. The beauty of it is, you don't even realise there's any difference in that. Come on, Alex. Aim a little further left here, pal. Oh, that was a gorgeous hit. I will club twirl that all day, and that definitely deserves a subscribe. That flew like a bullet. Back fringe. 2 miss, 2 on. Replacing these divots, I'll join you in the buggy. It's my pet peeve when people don't replace divots, and I don't want to be one of them. Every single one of them was hit really nice. I just didn't factor the wind very well on 2 of them, the Miar Pro and the Lyra, which is really disappointing. Madly, the SS, the smallest, most compact one, is the closest. It's the closest. Can't be the best for me, right? That can't be. Well, we'll find out at the end. I'll give you my decision on that. But I want to dive into, I mentioned this technology, right? And I think it's really important that we do highlight this, because if we're genuinely looking at something that we've never seen before, that has to be a good thing. At the heart of the whole thing that Vega got going on in 2025 is this interchangeable weight bar system. It made its debut in the Miar Pro Blade, and now it's in the entire lineup. Okay, so what does it do? 3 key benefits. Stability on keeping the head square through impact. We're talking about this thing here. And here in the Lyra, it has those 2. Energy transfer, essentially your more off-center strikes are going to be, well, less punished. And finally, dispersion control. Really just tighten it up. But for me, I actually think about this in a totally different way. Because if you're a golfer that's going for a set of these, you're gonna go and get custom fit. You're not gonna buy these off the shelf. You're gonna know your specs. And what that interchangeable weight bar system allows you to have is the most precise, most tour-like fitting you have ever had, which is super cool. I know Scottsdale do this, but this just takes it to the next level. Right, show you where these balls are finished. Show you using my GPS because it makes it super easy. You had right here, the first one, the Lyra, that finished right in the front edge of the screen. Our last shot with the Miar Pro Blade went just over the back here on the left hand side, and the other 2 were here just short, or actually just short of the green, but over the right hand bunker. Not too bad. I've seen better, but here were they pitched. Distance wise, this is the SS. Maybe I did get it a little heavy, it's just short. This is the Pro blade, just pitched here. I will repair this. That's another bugbear, right? People that don't repair pitch marks. And just to show you where the other two's finished, on this right-hand side, just here, one here and one a little bit here. They only pitch just front of the green, but it's super firm right now, and you get super punished from some bad bounces. Now, what do you think of these clubs so far? They do look super cool, don't they? The SS with that little gold star on the back. You're thinking, who are you rocking up with a set of these? Now, let's dive through some of the data. I did some extensive testing on the range to get some club head speed data, some ball speed data, and some carry numbers. And there was a distinct winner, which I guess, again, did surprise me. And you're gonna see the data of that 4-iron. I can't wait to give that a bash out here. But first, we've gotta hit some from the rough, and let's go through this data. This box is proving very, very useful. I can do this and drive at the same time. Don't advise it. The 7-iron Vega Lyra carried a 162 on average, the Miar Pro a 159.4, the Miar Pro Blade a 166. So the longest by 4 yards. And finally, the SS was the shortest iron. That's our most compact, our smallest head, and that was a 155.6. I guess I would sort of, let's find some rough. I guess I would sort of expect that, just simply because your off-center hits are going to be more punished. And then if we dive into some ball speed, a 138 with the 4-iron, by the way. 138 ball speed with the 4-iron. Sorry, getting ahead of myself. 113 with the SS, 119 with the Miar Pro Blade, and the Miar Pro 116, and the Vega Lyra 117. So actually, looking at this right now, the Lyra and the Miar Pro Blade, for me, are the most competitive, which is super odd, isn't it? That's at sort of almost different ends of the spectrum. I guess it shows how good they are. So we are 175 yards from the middle of this green, and now we're hitting out the rough. First up, the SS. Now, this is, again, remember, the most compact iron of 2025, and this was a honey of a shot. That's 2 for 2, where I just nutted them. It shouldn't work that, should it? They're the hardest club. Then we went up with the Lyra. Now, this noticeably launched a little bit higher, and it really did feel like it was in the air for a lot longer. Now, that could have been potentially a little bit of a flyer. Remember, we are hitting out the rough, but I did notice that straight away. And next, I want to talk about the Miar Pro and the Miar Pro Blade. What's beautiful about this is, because they're made from the exact same raw material, it means you can build a combo set, right, that looks, feels, and loft progression is seamless. It really does feel like you've got the same set. Now, one thing that I would say is it does have a thin top line, minimal offset, but based on the shots that I had out the rough, the turf interaction was absolutely lovely. And as I said from the fairway, when you put them down behind the ball, you literally, like, if I show you that there, you can't even, come on Alex, get with it, pal. Can't even see the difference in that. But the beauty of that is they look the same, but then when you get into longer irons, you can have more of the cavity back, which gives you a little bit more forgiveness. So, I mean, that is a stunning idea. Not an idea, what should I say? Yeah, stunning idea. I don't know if other brands do that, use the same materials, but it just looks like it would work seamlessly. I would imagine here for a modern day single figure handicapper, or maybe even, let's say, low single figures, 5 and below, having 6-iron, 5-iron and 4-iron, potentially even 7-iron in the Miar Pro, then doing 8, 9 and wedge in the Miar Pro Blade. Just like a dream. Let's hit this on the rough and see how they perform. Don't forget, I've got to smash that 4-iron. I'm gonna go 17 because it's literally made for it. First up, I'm gonna go the Miar Pro. Now, this is the non-blade one, by the way. Has anybody actually ever bought a combo set? I'd love it if you let me know what one you have bought. On that note, if there's anything in the future you're thinking of buying and you wanna get a combo set, you know what, even if it's not a combo set, let us know down below in the comments what you'd like me to test, and do hit the subscribe button, because then if I do test it, you don't miss out on it. Oh, that means the bell too. Wow, this could be in. Keep fading, please, keep fading. Oh, maybe fringe. That stalled a little bit on me, that one. Here we go, the blade. This is the one that I think I like the most, this beauty, and the data did support that. This 175 uphill is definitely playing much longer now. Playing more like 185. That is a honey of a hit. I love that. Back at the bloody net. That was so good. That flight is slightly higher than the SS, slightly lower than the Lyra. I could go for a full set of these badges. I could, you know. I mean, what a shot that was, guys. I think I found my favorite. The data supported that, and those shots from the fairway and the rough definitely support that. Oh my God, look at this. This is super interesting. They're literally in a row. I wonder which one's gone the longest. The SS is the closest again. How? Wow, 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 wow. This Miar Pro, not the Blade. Right on the money, look at that. That is some shot. This is the SS, I'm pretty sure it is anyway. SS. Now look how much further these ones have gone. This is, what a crate of a pitch mark. This is the Miar Pro Blade, longer than the SS. We saw that on the data. And finally, the Lyra. I think we've genuinely found, right, a brand, comes at the price point, I get that does exactly what it says on the tin in each and every one of these sections. And this weight system, I think it's bloody good. Based on what you've seen, where's your head at with what irons are best for you out of this set? I think looking at this, obviously the SS, I've hit the closest every time, but if I'm looking at the bigger picture, I want something that's going to be a little bit more forgiving overall. So for me, the Miar Pro Blade is the Badger. Are you thinking more Lyra? Like, if money was no object and you could go and get fitted, use all this tech, and you know what, it does have something, I don't know how I missed this off. They do have very expensive shafts in there as what they have as their standard, which, you know what I like? It's not like they've gone fully in on the tech of the head and then just shoved this cheap, crappy thing in the shaft. They're fully invested in having the brand pitched at a real premium point, which I think is class. Now, again, I asked you this question. I would love to know which one you would be thinking. It's now time to hit the 4-iron. Come to it. Let's see what we can get it run out at here on the 17th. I'll hit 2. I do want to hit loads, but I realise you don't want me to do that. I want to hit 2 and just see what we can get it going. See what flight we can hit. It's just made for it, this one. It's just blooming well made for it. And we're talking about the Miar Max. Look at that, it's a 4-iron, it's 20 degree, and this thing just looks like it's made to be hit. It's made to be a bullet. Looks beautiful, doesn't it? Interestingly, don't actually have the visible weight system here in that toe. I didn't get that, but that's going to be interesting to see how far it goes. Still hit good. Go, baby! Not bad. A little bit of a drop kick. Let's hit another one. That was such an anticlimax. That was such an anticlimax. I really was like thinking I was going to absolutely leather that. Oh, right, okay. Second one. Oh, there we go. Thank the Lord. Look at that flight. That is so good, so penetrating. It honestly, the way I describe it, it feels like a hot knife running through butter of how that came off that face. You know how we do this. When I get excited about how far an iron goes, we've got to measure it. Now I realise here, I'm using it as a driving iron off the tee, so it's not going to give us the carry. We saw the carry on that data and the ball speed, like nearly a 140 ball speed was absolutely crazy. I think like sort of where you got to look at this here, if you're looking for brand new technology in a set of irons and you want to buy something that is, I guess I'm going to say rare. You know, not many people are going to have them at your golf club. This is where we've got to be looking, or one of the options where you got to be looking. Where are we at now? 132, not very impressive right now, but I'm a long way from the golf balls. You know what, there's no difference in the distance between the first one and the second one there, as in the one I didn't get as good, which is pretty damn cool. I just very 190 now and we're still driving. I'm very, very impressed. I think you can sort of see how excited I've been about these irons. And let's finish off where these are. They are literally next to me there. They're the balls. And that's a 227, best part of 230. 4-iron. Oh, my phone's all right. Hope you did enjoy this video. I'm very excited about trying these irons further. There are some wedges to try which are going to be coming in the next few weeks as well. So do make sure if you are interested in this kind of tech, subscribe and turn on that bell. Thanks for watching. And you know what? I'll say it again. I'm so happy I took that phone call.